Clint. So Saturday, it seemed like was the debut of kind of a new system for you guys tactically, I guess. Is that something that you used at Revs 2 and seem familiar with? And should we expect to maybe see that again at some point this season?
Yeah, it's similar to what we were doing at Revs too. And I think in the system, it's not necessarily that it has to be exactly the same, but the ideas that we're trying to get across with connectivity with our group, numbers centrally, and guys in wide areas to stretch opponents.
All right, next we'll go to Frank Delapa, and he'll be followed up by Rich Thompson. Frank, you're unmuted now.
Great, Clint. The question about the status of Tomas Vaclik. How has he looked in training, and what are the chances of seeing him in action? And if so, is he the type of player who can be a difference maker?
Well, yeah, I mean, first, look, we brought him here because we do believe that he can be a difference maker. Experience, obviously, at the highest level, and so right now it's about still making sure that when we roll him out, that he's fully prepared, fully fit, and ready to go. And so that we're still kind of working through those things with him, and we should hope to see him soon.
All right, next we're going to go to Rich Thompson, and he'll be followed up by Seth McCumber. Rich, you're unmuted now.
Thank you. Clint, talk about managing 2 games in 4 days. What are the considerations, the things you look at?
Yeah, obviously, we first the health of the team, where we are after the first game, and what does that mean for game two, and also just game two, what are the matchups, and maybe that makes sense if we need to make changes, or if we think we can keep things the same. So I think at the end of the day, like the idea of having some kind of player rotation is a possibility, but we want to get through game one before we make any determinations there.
And next we'll go to Seth McCumber. Seth, you're unmuted now.
After the game on Saturday, Omar talked about how another week of training into that system, he's really optimistic of what that looks like. Are things looking better in that system this week? And also, can you just talk about Polster and his ability to step into that role? I mean, it takes a lot because he says he's more comfortable in the midfield.
Yeah. Obviously, part of that role is for him to be in a position where he is most comfortable. But it allows us to have others on the field as well, and to be successful. So, yeah, I think the players are more comfortable now than they were last week, and I think that will continue to build as they continue to work through some of the nuances of what we're trying to accomplish.
And next we'll go back to Hayden in the room, and he'll be followed up by Sam Mitten.
So today I saw Henry Kessler out at training, and also obviously Gustavo out there. Are there any updates on kind of either of their comebacks to the field?
Yeah, as you say, they're both out. They're training. Their rehab's gone very well, and our goal now is to kind of keep moving them along, and obviously start to incorporate them in the right way so that they can help us down the road.
And next we'll go to Sam Mitten. Sam, you're unmuted now.
Hello, Clint. Thank you for taking the time. It's just been about a month since the club has been able to secure a victory. So overall, with the coaching changes and just kind of the difficult time for the club, do you think that you need to go out and get 3 points, especially at home in front of your fans?
Yeah, of course. I don't think there hasn't been a game in the last 6 weeks that we didn't think we needed 3 points. But we are at home. We've been very good at home, and we want to continue to be very good at home. So our goal, as it is in every game, is to get 3 points. And, in particular, we think it's important to do well at home in this league, and because road points are difficult. So that's our objective.
Do you have anything else?
Sure. Giacomo Vrioni is obviously a player with who seems to have great potential. I guess, how do you feel he is in his development, and is there other things that maybe you guys would try to do to try to get more out of him on game day?
Yeah, so for him, it's just more a matter of like getting a little bit more familiar with some of his movements off the ball, with guys on our team. Being able to set him up in terms of the type of delivery we give him in the box, and I think that will help him. And for Giacomo to continue to kind of evolve his game to be able to be, a balanced player.
That's all the questions we have. You're all set. Thank you, Clint.
Thank you.